When you're trying to escape from prison, there's nothing more annoying than being watched by surveillance cameras. This makes it even harder to escape. However, some people have managed to escape from prison using helicopters, bulldozers, and narrow tunnels. Some prisoners will do anything to escape. In this video, I will show you the most bizarre prison escapes that were caught on camera. But before I do that, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. Number 10. These two violent men escaped from a prison in North Carolina in 2007. They are Jose Espinoza and Otis Blunt. The men were held in adjacent cells in a special section of the prison. An investigation into the escape revealed that they had cut a 40-centimeter cement block from the wall of their cell. One of the men wriggled through this small hole to his cellmate's cell. The cellmate had also cut a hole next to the window of his cell. Together they wriggled through the outer wall and jumped onto the roof. From there, the men climbed a metal fence over 7 meters high and then dropped themselves outside the walls of the prison. In their cells, the men made dummies and left them in their beds covered with blankets. They covered the holes in their cell walls with photos from magazines of sexy women. Number 9. In 1995, 13 prisoners managed to escape simultaneously from a prison in Denmark. One of the prisoners had enlisted the help of a friend outside the prison walls. He drove a bulldozer into the prison wall, causing the 8-meter-long wall to completely collapse amidst a thick cloud of debris and dust. From this dust cloud, a rush of prisoners fled to freedom. The video shows the guards attempting to stop the prisoners, but they were unsuccessful. 13 prisoners managed to escape, including drug dealers and murderers. 3 of them were later caught and arrested again. And the cameraman who knew about the escape beforehand was also arrested. Number 8. This prisoner is quite creative. This Russian man was convicted of theft and was imprisoned, but he decided he didn't want to stay there. On surveillance footage from the prison, Rustam Shakrutinov can be seen wriggling his body through the small opening in the door where food is normally passed through. He struggles to get his lower half through the small opening, but eventually manages to get his entire body through quickly. After squeezing through this food opening, he dressed himself and proceeded to the next part of his plan, leaving the prison as soon as possible. Unfortunately for him, he was caught by the guards and was subsequently put in a cell with a much smaller food opening so that he could no longer escape. Number 7. Riots in prisons occur all too often. They cause significant damage, injury, and sometimes even loss of life. A riot in a Brazilian prison resulted in a fire set by prisoners, leading to mass chaos and hundreds of prisoners seizing the opportunity to escape. 200 prisoners managed to escape without being caught by any guards, but 80 were quickly recaptured. The guards needed several hours to regain control of the situation, as the prison was overcrowded. Number 6. In a Canadian prison, 2 inmates decided to escape in broad daylight in a crazy way. They had 2 friends steal a helicopter and used guns to force the pilot to fly them to the prison and land on top of it. The next phase was a climb up with the help of a rope. They quickly learned that they did not have the strength needed to accomplish such a feat. They were caught on camera struggling to climb the wall to the helicopter. Eventually, the helicopter took off with the 2 inmates hanging from the ropes. Their joyride was all for nothing, as they were caught and put back behind bars within a few hours. Number 5. This Brazilian man made headlines after he attempted to escape from prison disguised as his daughter. He wore a silicone mask, black wig, glasses, bra, and a women's t-shirt in an attempt to look like his 19-year-old daughter, who had visited him. However, guards were not fooled by the disguise and made a video of him as he took off his disguise step by step. His daughter, who had stayed in his cell while he attempted to escape, was among 8 other people investigated for their alleged involvement in the escape attempt. A few days after his failed escape, he committed suicide by hanging himself in his cell. Number 4. Richard Lee McNay is a convicted murderer known for his escapes. In total, he managed to escape 3 times from 3 different facilities using various creative methods. During his 3rd escape attempt in 2006, Richard hid himself in a pallet of used mail bags. The guards were immediately alerted and began searching for him. One of the guards encountered a man jogging in the woods, who turned out to be Richard. The guard asked him several questions, including his name, but Richard pretended to be a regular jogger and gave a false name. The guard didn't suspect anything and continued the search. It wasn't until over a year later that Richard was finally found and taken back into custody. Number 3. In 2013, Derek Estelle escaped from prison with the help of his mother, girlfriend, and stepfather, who had all jointly planned the escape. While on the phone with his mother, Derek received a signal to begin the escape. He ran and jumped through a small window, then ran as fast as he could to meet his girlfriend, who was waiting for him in a getaway car. However, he was later found and arrested again. His family members who helped him escape were also arrested. Number 2. These shocking videos capture the moment 3 prisoners escaped from a prison in China after murdering a guard. The 3 men walked out of the prison one by one after strangling the guard. At the time of the escape, the 3 fugitives, one of whom had been sentenced to death, were unarmed. The other 2 were awaiting their verdicts. After their escape, a large-scale search was launched to find them. 2 of the 3 were found just 2 days later, while the 3rd was caught 9 days later. Number 1. The most famous escape of all time is undoubtedly attributed to El Chapo. Joaquin Guzman Lara, better known as El Chapo, broke out of a heavily guarded prison in 2015 through a hatch in the shower of his prison cell. This hatch led to a kilometers-long underground tunnel. The guards who saw him step into the shower raised the alarm when he had not returned after 25 minutes. When they opened the cell, they found it empty. They discovered a ladder that led to a tunnel that was buried 3 meters underground and was 1.5 kilometers long. It led to a construction site. At the end of the tunnel, a motorbike was found, which he had used to escape. In 2016, he was captured again and has since been incarcerated in the most heavily guarded prison in America. Have you ever escaped from somewhere? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos.